1975. A young couple walks into a bank. He's 23, she's 21. They're nervous, but they trust the system. 30 minutes later, they walk out owning a 3-bedroom house with a yard and a garage. The monthly payment? $240. That wasn't a fairy tale. That was an ordinary Thursday in 1975. It was the reality for millions who showed up and worked hard. Today, that same dream feels like it belongs to a different universe. How did we get from there to here? Let's take a journey back to understand the world we built and the one we're living in now. Let's talk about the house. In 1975, a brand new home cost an average of $42,500. The median income was $12,600. Do the math. That house was just 3.5 times your annual salary. You didn't need 2 incomes. You didn't need a trust fund. You needed a steady job and patience. The down payment was around $4,000, saved over a couple of years by clipping coupons and skipping a vacation. Realistic, attainable. Once you were in, your mortgage was $240 a month. Yes, interest rates were higher, but the loan was small. You could cover your entire mortgage with 1 week's paycheck. That left 3 weeks of income for food, clothes, savings, and life. These weren't mansions. They were solid brick homes with kitchens big enough for the whole family to eat together every night. No phones at the table, just conversation. Kids rode bikes to school. You knew your mailman by name. The real value wasn't the price tag. It was the confidence. People bought homes in their early 20s without losing sleep over debt. The numbers made sense. Today, the average home is over $400,000, with an income of $80,000. That's 5 times your salary. The down payment alone, $40,000, is what the entire house cost in '75. The monthly payment is over $2,300, often more than 1 full paycheck. We work 2 weeks just to keep the roof over our heads. Same dream, completely different arithmetic. Now, park something in that garage. In 1975, you walked into a local dealership where the owner knew your name. A new Chevy Nova cost $3,700. An Oldsmobile Cutlass, maybe $4,200. You could pay it off in 3 years. Payments of $80 a month, and the car was yours, free and clear. Fill up the tank, gas was 57 cents a gallon, $8.50 for a full tank, and the attendant pumped it, washed your windshield, and checked your oil. That was service. That was normal. Today, the average new car costs $49,000. That's essentially what an entire house cost in 1975. Instead of 3 years, loans stretch to 6 or 7 years. You spend thousands on interest for a car that loses value the moment you drive it off the lot. Gas, $50 or $60. No attendant, you do it yourself in the rain. We gained technology, sure, but we lost the simplicity. We traded a 3-year path to ownership for a lifetime of payments. Now, the one that really stops people, education. In 1975, a year at a state university, tuition, room, board, everything, cost $1,780. A private university was around $3,600. The minimum wage was $2.10 an hour. One summer job, working full-time for 12 weeks, earned you roughly $1,500. That single summer almost paid for a whole year of college. You could work your way through school. It was a point of pride. Borrowing tens of thousands? Unthinkable. Today, a year at a public university is $26,000. Private schools? Closer to $56,000. A summer job at minimum wage brings in $4,600, maybe covering 1 semester if you're lucky. The average student graduates with $30,000 in debt. They start life with an anchor around their neck. In '75, only 14% of adults had a degree. Today, it's nearly 40%. More people go, which is progress, but they pay 15 times more for the privilege. We open the doors wider, but we put a toll booth in the hallway that charges a fortune. And then there's getting sick. In 1975, a doctor's visit cost $15 to $25. You called, got in that afternoon and paid cash or wrote a check later. No copays, no deductibles, no networks. Just a human connection. Broke your arm, ER visit, X-ray cast, maybe $300 total. Hurt, yes, but not financially devastating. A night in the hospital, $130. A week-long stay was about $1,000. Even without insurance, you could set up a payment plan without losing your home. Total health spending per person in 1975, $590 a year. Today, over $15,000 per person. A routine visit is $200 plus. An ER visit averages $2,000. A night in the hospital is $3,000. A week-long stay can hit $50,000. Medicine is better today, no doubt. But the price has changed the math of everyday life. In 75, getting sick was a problem. Today, for many, it's a financial crisis. And that brings us to the part of the story that ties all of it together. Because everything we've talked about so far, the house, the car, the college degree, the hospital, only makes sense when you hold it up against the paycheck. The median household income in 1975 was about $12,600 a year, a little over $1,000 a month. And on that single income, here is what the monthly budget looked like for a typical family. Mortgage, $240. Car payment, about $90. Groceries for a family of 4, around $200. Utilities, electric, gas, water, and one telephone line, maybe $60 total. That adds up to roughly $600, which left about $400 a month for savings, for new clothes when the kids outgrew their old ones, for a week at the beach in the summer, for a nice Christmas with gifts under the tree, for helping a neighbor in need. It wasn't extravagant. Nobody was flying to Europe every month. But there was breathing room. There was margin for error. On one income, one person went to work and the family thrived. Today, the median household income is around $80,000 a year, which comes to about $6,600 a month. Sounds like a whole lot more, doesn't it? And in raw numbers, it is. We have more zeros in our bank accounts. But look at where it goes. Mortgage, $2,300. Car payment, $730, maybe more if you have 2 cars. Groceries, $800 or more because food prices have soared. Utilities, and now we're talking electric, gas, water, high-speed internet, 2 cell phone plans, maybe a streaming service, or 2, that's $300 easily. Then add health insurance premiums, childcare if you've got young kids, which can cost more than rent. Maybe a student loan payment that's still hanging around from your own degree or your kids. After all that, most families today, with 2 people working full-time, end up with roughly the same margin, or sometimes less, than a one-income family had in 1975. The paychecks got bigger. The numbers on the screen look impressive, but the bills got bigger faster. The cost of living didn't just rise, it sprinted ahead while our wages walked. We are running faster just to stay in the same place, exhausted, breathless, wondering where the extra money went. We traded the security of 1 paycheck for the stress of 2, and we still feel like we're barely treading water. Here's a way to see it all at once. A simple test. Imagine you're holding $10,000 in your hand. A lot of money any way you look at it. A cushion, a safety net. But what it can do depends entirely on when you're holding it. In 1975, that $10,000 could put a down payment on a house and still leave you $5,000 to spare. You could take that remaining $5,000 and buy a brand new car, paid in full, no loan, no interest. Or forget the house and the car. $10,000 could have paid for a full 4-year degree at a state university with room and board, and you'd graduate with money left in your pocket to start your life. $10,000 was freedom. It was opportunity. It was a future. Today, $10,000 gets you about 4 months of rent in a mid-sized city, or 1 semester and change at a community college, or about 5 months of car payments on a mid-range vehicle. It disappears in the blink of an eye. It's not a safety net. It's a drop in the bucket. Same money, same $10,000, but a completely different life, a completely different reality. None of this is about saying everything was better in 1975. It wasn't. There were real problems, serious ones. Inequality, social struggles, environmental issues we ignored. We've made genuine progress on many fronts since then. And the things we have today that didn't exist back then, the technology that connects us, the medicine that saves us, the ability to speak to someone on the other side of the world instantly, those are remarkable. Nobody's giving those up. We love the convenience and the miracles of our time. But the basic math of building a life earning enough to buy a home, drive a car, educate your kids, and put food on the table without fear, that math worked differently in 1975. It was gentler. It gave people more room to breathe, to dream, to make mistakes and recover. And understanding that difference matters because it helps explain a lot about where we are now. It helps explain the anxiety, the exhaustion, the feeling that the ladder is broken. Since 75, housing costs have gone up about 700%. College costs have risen over 1,500%. Healthcare, over 2,000%. But the median household income has only grown about 530%. The numbers went up everywhere, but they didn't go up together. The balance tipped. If you lived through 1975, you already know all of this in your bones. You remember what a dollar could do. You remember the feeling of security. And if you didn't live through it, if you're younger and hearing this for the first time, now you've seen the numbers. You've seen the map of how we got here. We'd love to hear from you. What was the first big purchase you ever made? Was it a car? A house? Maybe your first semester of college? How much did you pay for it? And how did you feel that day? Drop it in the comments below. Because honestly, the stories that come from you, your personal memories, are more interesting and more powerful than anything we could ever put in a video. Thanks for spending these minutes with us. Thank you for remembering. Subscribe to The Way It Was. There's a lot more of this to come. We have many more stories to tell about the America we built and the lessons we can learn from it. See you next time. Take care of yourselves and cherish those memories.